Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Backpacking. I just got back from a fall overnight, and today I'm going to show you the 5 things that you should do after you get back from backpacking. The first thing I recommend you do as soon as you get back is empty everything out of your pack and separate it into 2 piles. Stuff you used and stuff you didn't. So now I've got 2 piles. Things I used and a handful of things I didn't use. Let me show you what I didn't use. Temps were in the high 40s to about 70. I have grown to distrust my weather app, but I have not changed it yet, so I brought a puffy. Didn't end up needing it. I did put on my rain shell Tuesday morning for hiking out and staying warm around camp, but that was all the extra layering I needed, so this did not get used. Definitely could have stayed behind. I packed 2 dinners, even though I knew I was being picked up by 6 o'clock and was ending up in a town with restaurants and grocery, so I probably didn't need to bring an extra dinner, but hard to tell necessarily how hungry you're going to be out there on trail, so I would definitely recommend packing an extra meal if you're unsure of your pickup, or it's one of your first times and you're just not sure how hungry you're going to get, or if you might be out there an extra day, maybe worth having a little extra. So a little extra snack, 1 extra meal, and for some reason I drank no coffee, probably because I was wet and just wanted to get moving rather than heat up water. So didn't drink any of the coffees and only used 1 electrolyte powder. Next up, I did not use, although I inflated it and tried to use it, my little medical pillow. Oftentimes I'll hug it just to help keep my arms from falling asleep, but I spent most time sleeping on my belly because my ankles were hurting so much that it seemed to be the most comfortable position for me, so could have left this behind. Next up, this was more for extra warmth, but I did have tights with me, so probably could have left this behind too. These are the Enlightened Equipment wind pants. They're very lightweight, so to me it didn't hurt to have them, and I ended up wearing them in town once I got back and changed into dry clothes to go over my tights, so it didn't look like I was wearing long johns while I waited for my wife at the restaurant. Didn't end up using gloves. I do tend to get cold hands, sometimes at night, so to me worth the ounce, 1.8 ounces, but could have stayed behind and I would have been just fine. Headlamp and charging cable did not get used. To me, these are almost safety items. You never know if you're gonna get slowed down, stuck behind, need to go to the bathroom at night kind of thing. So safety item still would come with, even if I didn't use it. Same goes for the other items in my first aid kit, like my repair, my actual like band-aids and stuff, Swiss Army knife, fire starter, compass. These didn't get used, but they will remain to come with me. They don't weigh very much, so worth having on hand in case things go wrong. And the final couple things, couple hygiene items. We've got some wet wipes. Didn't end up using those. I used a towel and the little bidet to kind of clean myself off at night. And there were no bugs out there. It was pouring rain, so the bug wipe could have stayed behind. So step 1, 2 piles, so you can kind of figure out what stuff you maybe could leave next time, what got used, what didn't. Again, even if you don't use it, think safety, maybe it still needs to come with you. The second thing I would do while getting back from a backpacking trip is wash those stinky, wet, smelly clothes. I hope that would be obvious. The third thing I would do when getting back from backpacking is hang up anything that may need drying or cleaning. That could include rain gear, your quilt if it got a little wet, packed in there with a wet tent, and even that tent so it doesn't get all musty for the next time you want to use it. The fourth thing I would do after getting back from a backpacking trip is recharge those electronics. This could be a power bank, an inReach, your headlamp. I like to top them off so I know next time I want them, they should be ready to rock and roll. Doesn't hurt to top them off before you go on a longer trip, but just a quick refresh should mean the next time you're ready to go out, they're ready to go with you. The fifth and final thing I would do after getting back from a backpacking trip is start planning the next one. Take what you learned from this one and apply it toward your next trip. Were you too cold? Maybe go to a different part of the country or a different time of year. Too hot? Maybe plan a fall or a spring trip. Ask questions of those out there, including myself. Drop them down below if you've got them. But try to get back out there on trail, learn, improve, and hopefully you'll have a more enjoyable trip next time. For more information on all the items you see on this channel, visit topshelfbackpacking.com. Until I see you again, cheers.